Welcome back to Entertainment News Break. Get ready for another exciting week of what's happening in TV, movies, and the industry itself.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Taylor. Today we have some fun and exciting new movies coming to theaters, new additions to the Netflix family, and some special programs for the upcoming election.
The first movie on our list takes a new twist on the topic of alien invasions. Coming to theaters this week is the new extraterrestrial thriller Arrival. Arrival is a film about Louise Banks, an expert linguist who is called by the United States government when unknown life forms inhabits Earth. To prevent an intergalactic war, she must learn about these creatures before they take over. Will Louise be able to make the connection in time, or will the Earth be changed forever by these aliens? Arrival hits theaters on November 11th. Let's check out the trailer.
On November 11th, we have another new psychological thriller called Shut In. When a widowed child psychologist is living alone in New England, she is left in the care of a boy who is in serious danger. So when a monstrous snowstorm hits, what will happen to the boy? Starring Naomi Watts and Charlie Heaton, this film is sure to keep you on your toes. Here's the trailer.
Coming to Netflix this week are a few popular titles. First on our list is the first season of the new Netflix original, Case. This show will be coming to the streaming site on November 11th. Next on our list is the first season of the National Geographic show, Tales by Light. This show follows Australian photographers and their adventures capturing wildlife. Watch it on November 11th on Netflix. The third series coming to the site is Roman Empire Season 1. This show hits Netflix also on November 11th.
Kevin James fans, you're in luck. Coming to Netflix this week is the 2016 action comedy True Memories of an International Assassin. When James' character accidentally releases a true story about an assassin, he is kidnapped and taken by international killers. Stream this movie on Netflix on November 11th. Next on our movie list is a documentary-style movie about the insides of North Korea. Under the Sun comes to Netflix on November 11th. Last on our list is a 2016 comedy, Chalk It Up. Chalk It Up is about a retired gymnast bringing a college team together to become winning athletes.
Well, that's all the time we have for now.
Stay tuned for news and upcoming television. Up next, we have another discussion.
Hey guys, welcome to another discussion on Entertainment News Break. I'm here with Tiffany, and we're going to be talking about what we watched as a kid. So what was the main thing you watched when you were younger?
The main thing I watched was, well, I've been told that I watched Sesame Street a lot, and I watched Barney. That's going way back. Okay,
Yeah.
but like, I watched Rugrats. I know
Everybody watched Rugrats. That was my favorite. I used to always love when they well, I mean, Tommy was the leader with the screwdriver. He just stuck in his diaper to hide.
Yeah, I didn't really like Tommy. I thought he was like a little bit of like a boss.
I mean, he kind of was.
All right, but no.
He's kinda like
he
the
was
leader.
He was like a little conceited.
Who was your favorite character then?
My favorite character was Angelica. Wait, she was still bossy. Okay, so. All right,
was gonna say.
Angelica and Susie. That was my
Yeah,
favorite.
Susie's good. Did you watch the All Grown Up when they did that?
Yes.
I couldn't get into it.
I mean, it was way different.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, we're so used to them being young, so them like being grown up and going to school is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But I still watched it.
Yeah. The main thing I watched was like Cat Dog and like Johnny Bravo and all of those. Cat Dog was one of my favorites. I don't know why. I just I don't remember any like of the episodes.
I don't either.
I
just
just
remember
remember
it was a dog
the
and a
cat
cat.
dog and the little mouse, the little blue mouse thing.
No?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
It was way back. Sorry.
Yeah, I
guys.
know. Yeah, and did you watch Johnny Bravo at all?
I didn't.
No?
I loved his hair. Just didn't watch it.
Powerpuff Girls?
Yes! I forgot about that. Oh my gosh, I love Powerpuff Girls. Sugar and Spice and everything. Yeah, I love Powerpuff Girls.
Did you watch the reboot they have?
No, I don't really try to like watch reboots because it doesn't like live up to the original.
True.
So
But what about That's So Raven? Are you gonna watch that reboot?
All right, I have to watch that reboot. It's probably not gonna live up to it, but I'm still gonna watch
Yeah,
it.
true. Yeah, I heard like there's news that Orlando Brown is like saying if he doesn't come back, there's no That's So Raven or whatever.
Yeah, I heard.
Because
he
he's
said
kind of
some,
crazy.
Like, they're all kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, he's kind of like
Yeah,
over the deep end. He's like,
He just changed.
yeah,
Like one of those Disney Channel stars.
I,
that,
like Lindsay
changed.
Lohan.
Yes.
Oof. Or anybody that was on Disney besides like 2 people.
Two. Probably one.
Yeah.
We've all changed.
Well, anything else you watched?
I watched The Proud Family.
Oh, The Proud Family. I remember. I remember the movie when they went to the island or whatever.
Yes,
they
with
like
the
made
little
like
peanut.
yeah.
Yes.
And they had the dance battle.
Yes.
And Zoe was just like.
Yes. I like me and my friend do that dance.
I just watched like this summer they had like all the old Disney original movies
Really?
playing on. Yeah, and Proud Family was on there. Yeah.
I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this summer they played like all the old Disney movies, like the original movies, like the 13th Year where the kid was like a mermaid.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And The Luck of the Irish. They played
When
all of
was
them
this?
during the summer.
Oh my gosh.
I think they're all on demand for like Xfinity and stuff. If you have that.
Yeah, I do.
I think
I'm going on
that-
there.
Anything else you remember like you watched like?
Is there anything? I
No?
don't think so.
All right, well, that's all we have. We're going to take a short commercial break, but when we come back, we'll have Tiffany with this week's box office top 5.
This year's election has been unique to say the least, but is finally coming to an end.
Both Saturday Night Live and Stephen Colbert have been updating America for the past year, and they're gonna be here for the end.
Being that it's election week, SNL is recapping the most talked about presidential campaign ever with an election special. SNL will get the last say and we'll get the last laugh when this comedy special revisits the highlights, or should I say lowlights, of the heated campaign between Republican Donald Trump and Democrat Hillary Clinton. We'll get clips of recent political sketches and the reappearance of Kate McKinnon's Hillary Clinton impression and Alec Baldwin's Trump impression. SNL has done a great job getting America's mind off the election, with this being its most watched season to date. Let's see if the election special will be the most watched when it premieres November 7th on NBC.
Stephen Colbert, host of The Late Show, is also participating in the election recap as he heads to Showtime for an election special. During this political comedy, finally free of censors, Colbert will react to the election results as they happen live. So without actually watching the news, you can catch Stephen Colbert's special to get a few laughs as you watch the results. Catch up on the latest news from election night with Colbert's live election night Democracy Series finale, premiering November 8th on Showtime.
Well, that's all the time we have in television and movies this week.
Up next, we have Mike with a discussion on Harry Potter sequels and prequels.
Hey guys, I'm here with Alexa, and we're going to be talking about Fantastic Beasts and where to find them, and the Harry Potter universe itself. So, what do you know about Fantastic Beasts and where to find them?
All I know about Fantastic Beasts and where to find them is that it's set in America and has Freddie, what's his face, who's from Les Mis,
Yeah,
and I saw him in that.
Yeah, I don't remember that because I was laughing and making fun of it with my one friend because we were not having fun. And our other friends hated us for it.
I mean, he's a really good actor. I'll give him that. So I expect the movie to be excellent just because all the Harry Potter
Yeah.
movies were real good too.
I'm excited for the wardrobe because Newt Scamanders, I forget how to pronounce his last name, but his wardrobe, his like outfit looks really like sharp and new because it's like classy. And I like classy.
I think it takes place in an older time.
Yeah, like
19, I'm gonna say
1900s.
1920. 1900s.
Early 1900s, before
US.
now. But I do know Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was actually a book in the first. I don't know if it was in the movie, mentioned in the movie at all, but it was at least in the first like Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone book that it was a textbook for a class, and it didn't really have anything. It didn't have a story at all. It was just like a list of like creatures and
Where to find them.
yes, essentially. And there's like a little biography about the author of the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them in the book, which was Newt Scamander, however you say his last name. So I guess it's just like his findings. It's gonna be like him like writing down his findings or whatever.
Oh,
So it
okay.
should be interesting.
I think it should be interesting because just like from a cinematic point of view, that like all the Harry Potter movies did so well. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it does as well and that we can see many other movies, whether they're prequels to the Harry Potter movies / books, or like afterwards, kind of like how Cursed Child was. The play was written after Harry like defeated Voldemort.
Yeah. Did you read The Cursed Child?
No, I've heard very
I
mixed
did.
reviews about it.
I liked it and I didn't like it at the same time. I liked it because it was just like Harry Potter again. I didn't like it because it like worked with like time travel and it brought back the time turners and stuff. So it's kind of like,
That makes me feel some type of way.
yeah. But it's a really short read since it's like a play, so it only takes a few hours to read it. So I have it if you want to borrow it. But what was I gonna say? Child. Oh yeah, J.K. Rowling did announce that she's gonna do she wants to do at least 5 of the Fantastic Beasts movies.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, and just recently, it was announced Johnny Depp's going to be in the second one, and he
Really?
might be in the first one at some point, but they don't know like anything about his character at all. Like they're just keeping that wrapped up tight, like Star Wars,
Okay.
which I want to find out more about. But
Same. But yeah. What? Okay, I gotta ask though.
okay,
On the top of Harry
do
Potter,
I have an answer?
what house were you? So,
Well, on Pottermore, like
which one do you resonate with the most?
part of me wants to say Gryffindor, but that's like kind of the basic answer. Like I feel like my soul is Slytherin because I hate people, and part of me wants to say Hufflepuff because I just want to be in the background and not really a part of things anymore. So I'm just
Moving
yeah.
on back.
I wouldn't say Ravenclaw because I suck at school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a Slytherin.
You're a what?
I'm also a Slytherin.
Okay. Well, that's all the time we have for now. Up next, we have Taylor and Brandon with more news and television.
Hey guys, I'm Tiffany and we're back with this week's box office top 5. Starting at number 5 with $7.1 million is the horror film Ouija, Origin of Evil. In the city of Los Angeles, a mother and her 2 daughters decide to add a new stunt to their scam business and invite an evil presence into their home. Until one day, the youngest daughter, Doris's body, is overtaken by an evil spirit and the family must think of unimaginable ways to save Doris and drive the evil spirit away and back to where it came from. At number 4 with $8.4 million is the crime drama film The Accountant, starring Ben Affleck. Ben plays a man named Christian who is a math savant that likes numbers more than people. He hides in an office in a small town and works as an accountant for some of the world's most dangerous criminal organizations. But with the Treasury Department Crime Enforcement Division trying to watch his moves, Christian decides to take on an innovative robotics company where an accountant clerk has discovered a discrepancy involving millions of dollars. But as he reveals more and finds out the truth, the body count begins to rise. Next, with $9.6 million at number 3 is another crime drama film, Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. Jack jumps into action after he finds out about the arrest of an Army major accused of treason. But Jack is suspecting foul play involved, so he decides to spark a mission to prove that his head unit is innocent. After he crosses paths with the law, he wants to uncover the truth about a major government conspiracy so that he can clear his name. Since Jack is on the run from the law as a fugitive, he's revealed of a possible secret from his past that could change his life forever. Coming in at number 2 with $14.8 million is the thriller film Inferno. Robert Langdon, a famous symbologist, goes after a trail of clues tied to Dante, a medieval poet, when suddenly he wakes up in an Italian hospital with amnesia. He then pairs up with Dr. Sienna, who he hopes will help recover his memories, and together they race across Europe against the clock to stop a maniac that'll release a deadly global virus that could wipe out half of the world's population. Leading at number 1 for the second week with $17.2 million is the comedy movie Boo! A Madea Halloween. 17-year-old Tiffany is trying to get the approval of her friends and sneaks out of her house to go to a Halloween party at a frat house. But all is fun and games until the cops show up and Madea as well to crash the party. Not happy with how things change when Madea arrived, a couple of college kids decide to scare her with an ongoing series of pranks. Madea, scared of what's happening to her, is now running from paranormal ghosts, ghouls, and zombies on the scariest night of the year. Well guys, that's all we have in box office news this week. Be sure to tune in next week to see if your favorite new movie is still in the top 5. Up next, we have Mike with this week's news and entertainment.
Hey guys, I'm Mike, and this week we have some exciting news in the industry. Earlier this month, we were rewarded with the wonderful news that American Horror Story was renewed for an 8th season. Now we're back with more from Murphy about the series. He announced at a panel last week that one of the upcoming seasons of the show will be bringing Murder House and Coven together in one season. That's right, there will be characters from both seasons coming together into one. The only thing that we definitely know for sure is that this storyline will unfortunately not be the next season, but fans can definitely anticipate it for a future season. Last Tuesday, E! News announced that Johnny Depp will be starring in the sequel to this year's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. As of now, all details are being kept top secret, so we don't know who Depp will be playing. However, there's speculation that he may briefly appear in the first film that releases later this month. For all you Bachelor fans out there, season 21 of The Bachelor has announced that it will release on January 2nd of next year. What a great way to start off the year, right? If you've watched The Bachelorette, you may recognize this season's Bachelor. Nick Viall is making his debut as this season's Bachelor. Finally, after being eliminated at the finale of 2 different seasons, Viall is ready to take the roses into his own hands and find his true love. Disney announced last Monday that they are making a live-action film of Disney's classic Snow White, along with many other live-action films in the works, including The Lion King and Mulan. Fans are wondering whether or not live-action remakes are the new trend from Disney and if they'll be seeing more of them in the upcoming years. Well, guys, that's all we have right now for news in the industry. Up next, we have myself with another discussion to close out the night. Check back in next week. Hey guys, we're back with another discussion, this time about our favorite Disney movies. So, what is your favorite Disney movie?
Well, this has been quite a history, a journey, you would say, over the past like 2 decades or so.
Yeah.
Started out Lion King.
Yeah.
Watched it like 10 times a week. Went to Disney World. They had a little puppet show, like reenacting Lion King. I made my parents sit through that 10 times in a row.
Oh, you poor parents.
Yeah. They've been through a lot. But as time has gone on, and I've watched a lot of Disney films, I'd say out of the original like period of films of the hand-drawn era, definitely Beauty and the Beast.
Really?
Characters, I mean, not so much the songs. I mean, they're very iconic, but they never really like stuck out to me as much as some of the other films. But love the characters, particularly Beast. As far as like the newer stuff, Zootopia.
Oh, Zootopia is so good.
Yeah, just excellent social commentary, just great characters. Really intelligently written script. As far as their new musicals, I actually liked Tangled a lot better than Frozen.
Really?
Yeah, not in terms of a musical, like song-wise, but in terms of character and story, I liked it a lot better.
True.
What about you?
My all-time favorite from like the old era was Aladdin.
Cool.
All the songs are great, and it just like shows like coming from nothing to being something, which is what I'm trying to do. But yeah, that's I think that's my all-time favorite, and Zootopia is my my favorite of the new.
No, Aladdin was great. It was like finally the time, like it was the genie was finally a character that could harness everything that Robin Williams was able to pull into it. Because in most of his movies, he was either doing dramatic roles or some shtick to, like just little bits of his comedy. But in that film, he just did all of his impressions. Apparently
that's what he could do. Because it's the genie. He can just.
There was like a count, and apparently he did like 53 different impressions in that film.
I'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah.
And look for him. Are there any Disney movies that you don't really care for?
I mean, obviously I've gone back and watched the ones that were kind of flops anyway, like The Black Cauldron from the 80s isn't really that good a film. Okay, that wasn't a musical, and that was like based off of like some dramatic book series, but yeah, it came out in the 80s. That film tanked, and that was part of when Disney went into the tubes before they came back in the Renaissance with stuff like Little Mermaid. Like Frozen's a really frustrating one for me because I actually like its music a lot.
Yeah.
And I like a lot of the elements of the story. I just feel like somewhere like midway through that tale, it kind of goes downhill. I like the message. I like that instead of it being some sort of like Prince or anything or whatever, it's the love between the two sisters. That's really good. Like that's the main thing that really worked about Frozen for me is Disney playing against their own cliches. I did find it funny to see Disney doing that. You would think I would be someone else parodying it, but it feels kind of weird, like how Marvel did with Deadpool making fun of superhero movies when it's a mainstream superhero film that's like making fun of itself. Just stuff like that. What Disney films don't you like?
I liked Frozen, and then I've kept hearing it and hearing it and hearing it for the past like 2 years.
Yes.
And still going on now, and I just learned to like not like it anymore. Like it took a good movie that I kind of enjoyed, and it just overplayed everything like they do nowadays. And I've heard Let It Go so many times, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Because I worked at a Christmas place too, so they played it there, and I was in the one spot where they played the exact same song on repeat all night. And some nights I was there for 9 hours listening to Let It Go for like I don't know how many times.
Yeah, for me it was being bombarded like on Good Morning America and everything, just blasting that song everywhere.
Yeah. All right. Well, guys, that's all we have time for this week. Check us out next week, same time, same place. Have a good night.